the edge.
Guys, what's up? What's up? This is Sanji from On the Edge here at the Coyoteman Show Network. Today is Friday. Between today and tomorrow, guys, come see me. Do some pop-ups. If you want to shout out some events that you got going on, or whatever you got going on. You want a little mini interview? We're doing free interviews tomorrow. Today, guys, come on in and check out the spot. Tell us what you think. I hope to see you guys. Like I said, tomorrow, which is Saturday, come on through here. Pop in, tell us a little short story. Uh, Promote your business, promote whatever it is that you want to get out there. We're doing free interviews tomorrow. Pop in, pop up, whatever you want to call it. But I hope to see you guys. Peace. 6901 Security Boulevard at the Security Square Mall right next to Burlington's. Hope to see you guys.
Dealing with right now in a time of peril where we're dealing with relationships are fractured for a number of reasons, and it's even becoming even more fractured when we're dealing with on both parts, men not being responsible, and women are treating men like if they're children, and carrying on in a fashion that women shouldn't be carrying on. And I'm not trying to say women are supposed to be in a dress and at home barefoot or anything like that, but as far as respecting a man, and women say that men are not doing their jobs, they're failing, and I agree with that, but those are the same men that these women choose in their lives. So why are you complaining about the man that you choose in your life? Because somebody tell me that and answer that question for me, Sanjay.
Well, I will answer the question for you without going all the way around Robin's Hood Bonds, because you know after 5 minutes you're gonna be charged.
Yes,
but that's funny for that. Well, I mean, most of the time when we make our choices, we're not in the right state of mind anyway. You know, when we feel as though we end up in a relationship where we not respecting each other, 9 times out of 10 we didn't choose each other properly. We just fell, and as something Coyote said, you shouldn't fall in love, because that's like you tripped and fell like thing.
It was an accident.
It was an accident there, right? You don't want to do that. You want to make proper choices. So most of the time when we're not in our right minds and our right state, we search for love in all around places. We just want companionship. We just want intimacy, but we don't want everything else that comes along with it. We just want like that little cuddly blanket or that stuffed animal to make us feel secure, but we're not ready as far as mature enough to be in a relationship at that time. But we try to mature as we go.
So you saying that women have codependency issues?
Women and men have codependency issues. Go ahead, Sean. It's a pop up.
Yeah, Gwen, I'm on break.
Okay. So he's on break, guys, and he stopped by to chat with us. But that's what I do believe. That's because I know I was in a position a long time ago where as though I knew I wasn't making good choices, and I ended up in relationships that I didn't want to be in, just by fellowshipping with people, just being with people that I knew I wasn't supposed to be with. So 9 times out of 10, you're gonna actually end up into something, because if you happen to, I would say, have relations, you're going to be connected.
Right.
So you need to be careful who you have relations with and connect yourself with. From that's number one, because 9 times out of 10 you end up in a relationship with that person. Now the people that you do not have relationships, like have relations or sex with, 9 times out of 10 you're not in a relationship with them. So if you count on your fingers how many times you ended up in a relationship that you did not have sex with that person ever, and the ones that you did end up in relationships that you had sex with, you know that you didn't make a proper choice with that situation. If you analyze it, dang, I should have never slept with that person. But then we started getting to know each other. We started finding that we had things in common, and then we end up in a relationship, but we're not mature.
We're not mature. Not ready for that relationship.
You're not.
That type of relationship.
You're not. But then some people grow into it. But if you're not growing, that's where the issue comes in. What do you think?
I do too. I think I think we should fully understand, you know, the highest degree of love is understanding. And when you have understanding, there can be no misunderstanding.
I got you.
You know, and that's where love is whole and complete, because you're at the high pinnacle of understanding. You both understand one another. You know where you're coming from. You know what you want, where you're going together as a unit and as individuals. So that in itself, I think people are not making selective choices based on what they know about a person, fully getting to understand the person, who they are, and what they bring to the table as a partner, as a spouse, as a
Mm,
mate.
I
So I
love
think
that.
I think we definitely have to go on and slow it down
Mm.
and get to understand one another before we start jumping over the ledge. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a long fall down there when you fall.
That's true, and I appreciate everything you said. Each point, each bullet point that you made was right where it needed to be. Now, I want to build on what you said about the understanding. With the understanding part is you really will have to, you gotta want to understand that person,
Mm-hmm.
because if you don't want to understand them, all you're gonna do is try to change them. Let them change themselves. You know what I'm saying? By your example.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm gonna give you a prime example. I knew that eating pork, and this is it, eating pork was not good for me
Mm-hmm.
health wise, but I was already attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna wrap that up. But the point was, the person that I was with didn't eat pork, and
Mm-hmm.
he explained that why he didn't eat pork. And by him not eating it, I felt convicted, and then I
You
stopped eating it
stop eating it.
because of his example.
Mm-hmm.
But if he would have kept beat me in my head, you shouldn't eat it, that's trifling, blah 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 blah, then I would have been rebellious. But because he was a very good example about it, so you got to be a good example. Bottom line, what you want that person to be, if you want them to be a better person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you don't get up in the morning, they don't get up in the morning, who's the example? You know, so I don't like getting up in the morning, but if my man doesn't get up in the morning, then I'm looking like, okay, we both trifling,
Yeah,
you
we
know.
both try flying.
But if he gets up, I feel bad.
Yeah.
You know, that
It promotes you to get up.
it gives me the motivation to be a better person.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, guys, we're gonna chat some more. His 5 minutes is up,
Yeah.
and he's got to get back to work. I appreciate it. All things black will
All
be
things
back.
blank. Thank you, Sanji, and thank you for the
Yes,
opportunity.
yes. Talk to you soon.
I'm gonna stop.